I would sit here on the porch, and my parents' bedroom was here. So they could keep their eye on me when I brought my boyfriends home.
In 1944, my parents decided to move to Arizona.
And that's the same door.
My dad bought it for $6,000.
This entire street was slated to be condemned. A lot of people in the neighborhood stood up and said, you know, you have to save some of these historic homes.
And it got out that the plans were to turn it into a bar.
People come pulling up and they're like, am I in the right space? This feels like a neighborhood. I wanted it to be really warm and welcoming, and so that was really the goal of Creative Garden Bar.
In fact, I was stunned when I came in here how, you know, this is exactly the same, except it's white paint, but it's just beautiful.
And even when we adapted the space and went through construction, I really wanted to maintain as much of the integrity of the house as possible. So we kept, you know, all of the same windows, we kept a lot of the same doorways, we only took down one wall, but again, it's because we really wanted the space to feel like a house. We wanted it to have the same kind of soul that I felt when I first walked into the space.
How are you?
A couple of months ago, I was contacted by Madalena Fouché, who said that her grandmother lived in the house from 1940s to the 1970s. And they were looking for a place to do like a family reunion.
I'm gonna take one more. 1, 2, 3.
Raymond Kilroy and Lydia Kilroy were my great-grandparents that lived in the house. They had about 31 grandchildren and 6 kids.
We washed our hair in the kitchen at the sink, and then we would go over the heater, and my father would get so mad. We were drying out. That was our hair dryer. It was before hair dryers.
They think it's awesome, and they think it's awesome that it's not torn down, right, because it's an older home. So just the fact that we have so much history here and we can come back and visit is really cool.
This is your bedroom?
Yes.
Yeah, years later.
Yeah.
So there was 2 rounds of
Okay,
members.
okay, yeah.
I was in the second group. You know.
I was super excited to hear their stories and meet some of the family, because I really wanted to incorporate some of the history of their family into our space.
My father, before there were 4 girls, I was the first one married, he would take us out on the front porch. And he would talk to us and, you know, wish us well and welcome our new husbands. But each one of us, I was the first, as you said. And I just remember him caring so much about us and the sacrifices they made for me.
I created a cocktail called Kilroy Was Here.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That was always our tagline. We would put it on t-shirts and everything. So, and it's whiskey, which is what my great-grandfather loved, so it was perfect.
But we all got bicycles. Well, no, just the boys got bicycles.
No, I got a bike.
You had a bicycle?
Really?
You went to the nurses thing on a bicycle?
I was in high school.
You didn't have a bike.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
I took it to Mary Louise's.
No, you didn't.
I must have taken your bike then.
You must have. Yeah.
Now it's kind of Kevin and my goal to now start to go fill in all the missing pieces, who lived in the house, before the Kilroys, who lived in the house afterwards, and try to put all those pieces together.
Kilroy was here!